sounds bad, but the truth is he is really confident and bright. And the only problem we have right now is that he's not texting me back. It's been about a week, and he hasn't texted me back.
Whoa. Okay, well, and he sounds like a really communicative guy, so that's weird for him, I'm sure.
I mean, I'm sure he's really busy, but before he was texting me a bunch.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Yay! Thank you.
All right. We'll do it next. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Nicole is on the phone, and she wants to call a dude named Andy. And Andy can really only be described as a modern-day gentleman. A knight in shining armor.
Really?
They went out for dinner, and Andy didn't open a single door. Didn't even ask her any questions, and just talked about his fantasy football team the whole time. And at the end of the lovely evening, he made her pay the bill, but he did offer to leave the tip for the server.
Nice guy.
Yes, Andy sounds like an amazing date, and we're all not sure why Nicole wants to call him back, really, but we're about to do it either way. Nicole, are you ready to give Andy a call?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's give him a call.
Okay.
Have you told this story to any of your girlfriends?
Yes. I just don't feel like people really understand, like, the good parts.
Okay,
really.
So they had the same advice we did. Like, maybe just let this one go.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
But they don't understand. They weren't there, Nicole. They didn't get to see the look on his face when he was ignoring you to talk about his fantasy football, you know?
You guys don't get it. I can change him. I really can. If we just, like, had some time together and communicated what was needed.
Famous last words.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm going to dial his phone number right now and see if we can get him on the phone, okay?
Awesome. I'm excited.
Me too. Can't wait to talk to Andy and see if I can feel exactly what you feel about him, because I'm still not getting it, Nicole.
You'll get it. Trust me.
Okay, if you say so.
Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Andy?
Yes, this is him.
Andy, what's up, dude? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
All right. How can I help you?
Well, I'm calling you today because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to the show.
The show meaning what now? I don't understand.
The radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the one that you're currently on.
Oh. I'm sorry, man. I'm getting ready for work right now. I can't do this right now.
Okay, well, if you just give us a few minutes, just like a minute of your time, I promise.
Fine, but I don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Well, I'll get straight to the point then, okay? You went out on a date the other day with somebody named Nicole, and she emailed us because she says you're not texting her back anymore, and she wants to know why.
Yeah, well, not all first dates in the world need another date, you know?
Whoa.
Can I go? Is that okay?
Well, can you give us just like another second? We want to know why.
You know, like I said, some dates don't need another one in the world, right? Like I said, that's all really it is.
Whoa.
But that's not really like an explanation of why. Can you just tell us why? I know you got to go.
I mean, you know, I'll tell you, completely honest, I wasn't physically attracted to her off the bat.
Oh.
Okay, wait, hold on. Because the way she described your date, like, that's fine, that happens, but it sounds like you were, like, kind of rude to her, man, on the date.
I mean, yeah, I was.
Why would you be rude to her?
What?
I mean, yeah, you're not attracted to her. Maybe you don't want another date. Whatever, that happens. We get it. But, like, why would you be rude to her?
I don't know, man. She looks totally different on Tinder, you know? You get one of those profiles and it's like, oh, she's beautiful. But then you see her in person and you're like, no, I can't do this. She looked exactly like my sister, okay?
What?
Wait, so now, wait, hold on. I mean, I'm glad you're not attracted to your sister, but, like...
We've had second dates where people have been like,
Welcome
dude,
in,
it was
gamer.
awesome. She looked like my sister. So it's good to hear that you're kind of
What?
not going that way with it. But
Yeah, weird show.
why be rude, though? Why not just sit there and at least have a good time?
Look, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I don't want to go on a date with somebody who looks like my sibling.
I don't know, man. That just still feels kind of weird, like, that you would, like, make her pay and everything.
Look, I tried everything to turn her off. I talked about my fantasy football all the time. I thought I could go on for like a half an hour about fantasy football, and she wouldn't want to like talk to me anymore. You know?
Oh, so you were purposely doing those things.
Hell yeah, I did that. And after the meal, I belched this just huge belch, and she thought that was cute.
She didn't tell us about that part.
No, and we get out to the parking lot, and we're standing there in the parking lot, and I'm like, I parked in a handicap spot for like 2 hours, and she thought that was funny. She didn't think that was like a jerk thing to do.
No.
So, I mean, at this point, like, are you, I'm almost even questioning her?
I am. I'm like, is there anything that can turn you off? You know, can I literally say I'm on work relief right now? I have to go back to prison tomorrow. I still think that's cute.
That is sexy. I like him. He's committed to his job. I mean, he has to be, but whatever.
Yeah, so I don't even know what's up with this chick. I'm just happy that I don't have to talk with her again. That's all that really matters to me. So.
Okay. Well, you kind of do because she's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
You're joking.
Nope, not at all. Nicole, you there?
Yeah, hi, Andy.
There's Nicole.
Oh my God.
It's okay.
How are you laughing, Nicole?
What? It's okay.
Nicole, you're the most positive person I think we've ever had on this show.
Well, no, I mean, I appreciate the honesty.
You appreciate it?
Oh Jesus.
I do. I mean, now I understand why the thing with the door and why the fantasy sports and everything. Like, I knew you weren't a really, disrespectful person. I knew that there was probably a reason behind it. I thought maybe, I don't know, your hand was hurt or you were, low on money or something. And I know, like, when you belch, sometimes it just means that you like the food. So I was like, I don't know, I'll just let it happen. Like, not a lot of people are very genuine. I mean, I can see why you would do that.
Look, I'm not good at rejecting people in their faces, so this is like the second best thing that I can think about.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not very good at rejecting people either. I get it. So.
How are you? You're just like, I am so glad we talked that out. You were a jerk to me on your first date because you didn't think I was attractive. Thank you.
Well, no. He didn't say that he didn't think I was attractive. He said that he wasn't attracted to me because I reminded him of his sister.
It's a good point.
Yeah, you kind of do, and that kind of freaks me out a little bit.
Well, I mean, that's better than the other way around,
Yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that you look like my sister.
No, yeah. I mean, I totally get it. I totally get it, and I'm glad to know now.
Wait,
Glad to
Nicole,
know.
I mean, he hasn't even apologized for his
shit's
rude
hurting me.
behavior. Like, at least, Andy, can you give her, like, some apology, man?
You know what? You're right. I'm so sorry. Nicole, I am so sorry that I didn't reject you right away. That was the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do,
Yeah.
You guys, what about human decency in dating? I mean, Nicole, get mad.
No, I mean, why would I get mad when he's actually, telling me the truth? Most guys don't do that, At least he's not lying to, like,
What's
get in
up,
my pants
Sandy?
or anything.
Wait, no, you got, but like,
Welcome
there's a way
in,
to
Sandy.
deliver the truth, Nicole.
Welcome
It
in,
doesn't
John.
end up with like you footing the whole bill when you asked to split the bill. Like without him being rude and parking in handicapped parking lots. Like you can be honest and still be respectful of people.
Excuse me, I paid the tip.
Oh my God.
See?
He did pay the tip, and I didn't mind paying for the dinner. And I mean, I thought you were cute and fun, so it was well worth
Same,
it.
chilling. Listen to some.
Nicole, you're the most understanding person.
Oh, that shit was killing me. I didn't even peep it.
I have been told that.
Chilling. Listen to some Brook and
You
Jubal.
look like Andy's sister. That is a problem, I guess.
I
Yeah.
play
But I
My
started
Hero
asking Andy,
Academy,
Andy,
All
would you like to go out with
Justice,
Nicole on
Dragon
another
Ball
date?
Z,
We'll pay for it.
Sparking Zero,
Oh,
Arc
man.
Raiders,
It's really
Marathon,
hard time saying no.
Red
I-
Dead Redemption
clearly I have
2.
an extremely difficult
I
time
have a
saying no, so I guess
huge
I'll
game
like
collection.
say yeah, sure.
Play whatever.
Why not?
Say
Wait,
yes.
Whatever I'm
what?
in the
You're
mood
gonna go
for.
out with her again? I thought
But
you
I
were
buy
attracted to her.
most.
Look,
I buy all
I'm
the new
really bad
games
at
coming
rejecting
out.
people to their faces.
Got
So,
some hype
yeah,
around it. Crimson
I'll take the
Desert,
date. We can go out as friends. You guys pay for it. That's great.
etc., etc.
Nicole.
So a friend date. Nicole, are you still down to go out with Andy?
Yeah, I want to.
Oh,
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Nicole, you're gonna
Yeah,
turn you're
Undisputed,
turning yourself into a
or
doormat.
Disputed, the boxing game
Well,
that
no,
came
no,
out. I
I
played
mean, I
that.
can see how you do it that way, but I see it differently. You hear about people
Digital
starting off as
arts?
friends all the time, and blossoms
What do you
into
mean by
something
that?
more. You just don't know.
Nope, not happening. We're going out as friends. Sorry.
Okay.
Well, I'm sure you're a great friend too. I mean,
What's up, Zangetsu?
Yeah, sounds
Welcome
like
in,
it.
brother.
Well, Nicole, congratulations. You got a second date. And Andy, congratulations on getting a second date with your sister. That's exciting.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 says, that second date update is so sad. I feel like I'm listening to my 22-year-old self before I watched He's Just Not That Into You.
Yeah.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Nicole wanted
Like
to call a dude
logos,
named
banner,
Andy. Andy
other
was
stuff.
kind of a jerk
Cream
on the
melon.
date.
That's an understatement.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can definitely get together and
Andy's
have a
jerk 'cause he
conversation,
wanted to
man.
go out with her.
Not
But
much, bro.
she
Just
still
playing some
thought
Crimson
she
Desert,
should
listening to some
change
Brook and Jubal.
to
You know what I'm
make
saying?
Andy like her.
No one.
so
Yeah.
Can we just establish?
You know what I'm
no
saying?
one
We can
ever
definitely
changes,
communicate on
okay?
that.
Yeah.
I mean, and if they
I've
do,
seen
it's
a couple
nothing
other
to do
people
with
have
you.
something
It
like
has
that.
to
I wouldn't
come
mind
from
something
within,
custom.
and they have to
That's
wanna
what you're
change.
talking about.
And if you're causing somebody else to change, they might change a little bit for a little while, and then they get very angry that you're not allowing them to be themselves.
Yeah, it doesn't work,
So,
guys.
yeah, it's usually pretty bad. And then also you tell someone to change, and then you're like, you've changed. And it's like, yeah, you wanted me to change.
Well, this is so common because I know girls that like jerks, and I don't think it's a reverse psychology thing. Guys are honestly pretty blunt, pretty like they'll ignore you, they'll tell you, hey, no thanks. And some chicks love that.
No,
like
it's
Yeah,
just because
if you
they're
want, man, you can go
grown
ahead and
and they don't
follow
have
me
the
on TikTok and
self-esteem to
DM me
realize
what you
that they're
got
better
there.
than that.
Or-
Because they've
Or, I mean,
treated
any of my
themselves
handles,
that
to be
way.
honest. You
Or
can DM me on
if
Twitch, you can
they're in
DM me
love.
on
No.
YouTube,
They know
TikTok,
that if that person would just change their
or
behavior a
Discord.
little
I
bit,
can drop you a
they
Discord
could be
link.
together forever.
Yeah.
They did decide to go out again,
I
but Andy said
know.
not romantically. We can go out as friends, and she's like,
Yeah.
okay. But in her mind, she's like, we'll go out one more time as friends,
Yeah, we'll have a couple drinks.
and he's gonna realize that he loves me, and they're gonna make a movie about this one day, a
Yeah.
Hollywood movie based on this romance.
And then she's gonna
man.
be single at 45 and be like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know why I keep
I don't
finding
know
bad
why.
dudes.
I don't get
I
it.
attract the wrong men.
Remember, if you
Yeah.
want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5.
Your Discord? All right, all right.
Introduced myself, and she was really liking me. We had a good deep convo. She seemed like a really down to earth girl, and eventually, things happened, and she came back to my apartment.
Wow, she came back with you that night.
Yeah, she came back with me that night, and some stuff happened. How about that? I'll just leave it at that.
Nice.
Some stuff happened, and I've been trying to get in contact with her. So
Yeah,
when she was
I
leaving,
got you.
waited for her.
I'll get you added.
Everything was going fine.
I'll peep your work, bro.
I thought everything was perfect.
Wait, she didn't spend the night? She just came over for a little while, some things happened, and then she left that night?
Yeah, she left that night. I don't know whether it was my new apartment that scared her.
Oh, yeah, those are scary.
Your new apartment that scared her? What do you have in your apartment?
Because just boxes everywhere. I haven't really, settled in yet and made it my home.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'll definitely check you out, bro.
Or you're like, I haven't put all my
I'll add you
dungeon
on
toys
Discord.
yet,
I'll
very
invite you to a
scary
room
stuff.
I got. You
No,
can show me some
it was
work in
just-
there.
I have boxes everywhere, empty beer bottles on the floor because I don't have my garbage yet. So only thing that was up was my TV and the couch, and she noticed, everything else was messy, and I didn't really clean much.
All right, so it looks kind of like you're living in a crack den, sort of.
No, not at all.
Does it smell okay?
It smells good. It smells fine unless I adjusted to it.
So what did she say when she left?
Well, we were sitting on the couch and kissing, and all of a sudden she backs off and said she has to go to work early. And I didn't know where that came from because we were having such a good time, and I would have loved if she stayed.
Okay, waiting for your. I got you, bro.
It was about
I
2
got
a.m.
you.
around
Okay.
now.
That's
And
not
was-
too bad.
I'll
I
do it
mean,
after I'm
if you
done
haven't
being
even started
live.
Doing the other stuff yet,
I
you're like,
definitely
well, I
got
don't
you,
wanna be
'cause
up
I
until
am
like
interested.
4 or 5 in the morning when I have to work the next day.
That's true. I wish it got there.
Do you, I mean, is there a chance that maybe she sobered up and realized, I don't know, you weren't as good looking as she thought in the bar, or it happens.
Well, I don't like to think of myself as an ugly guy. I think of myself as handsome. So I hope that's not it.
Yeah, and have you tried to get a hold of her since that night?
Yeah, I texted her the next day.
Come in,
actually,
Tony.
Just a regular, hey, what's up? And she has not responded to me
At all.
at all.
And what was the last thing that she said to you?
The last thing she said to me was goodbye.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if she sounded like she wanted to see you again, or did it feel like, hey, this is kind of like fun that we met and then messed around, but I don't want to have anything to do with you?
She gave me the vibe that she would actually talk to me again. That's what hurts.
So what do you think it is then?
I think it was my apartment. I think I should have cleaned up more. Maybe that would have helped.
Yeah, but if you just moved apartments, I mean, you'd think she would understand if there's boxes and stuff everywhere.
That's what I thought. I'm not sure. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I really want to know.
And why do you want to get a hold of her so bad? I mean, you see a
Welcome
relationship
in,
with this
Queen.
girl, or you just want to finish what you guys started?
I just moved, so I'm just looking for people to hang out with, and I would love to hang out with her. She's my first friend I met at my new.
Oh,
First friend.
sweet Matt.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to play a song, come back, and then find out if you get a second date or if you're going to get ditched.
Thank you.
All right, man, hang on. All right, if you're just tuning in for today's second date, let me set the scene for you. Matt is on the phone right now, and Matt went out to a bar all by himself. Ended up finding an innocent girl named Kelly and somehow convinced her to go back to his place. A place that is littered with boxes, beer bottles, a very, very scary place. And while they were making out, doing stuff on the couch, at some point, she must have looked at a clock and realized it was getting late and said she had to leave. Okay, maybe it wasn't as creepy as I made it sound. But Matt is on the phone, and Matt went out to the bars because he just moved into his apartment, wanted to check out the scene around his house, and ended up meeting a girl there. He thinks the reason she's not calling him back is because his place is a mess because he just moved in. Matt, are you ready to call her and see if that is the reason that she's not getting back to you?
Yes, I am.
All right.
And have you cleaned up your place and actually unpacked your boxes so if she does actually want to hang out again, she's not going to run into that mess?
Well, it wasn't as creepy as you just made it sound. It's a little bit better now.
Okay, so you got it all cleaned up.
Yeah.
All right.
For the most part, yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, get her on the phone, and see if we can find out why she isn't getting back to you, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Kelly, please?
Speaking.
Hey, Kelly, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Okay.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Well, somebody recently sent us an email about you, and I wanted to see if you had a few minutes to talk to us.
Someone sent you an email about me?
Yes.
Okay.
We do a segment we do called Second Date or Ditch. It's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then stop talking to them, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and ask why.
So someone I dated emailed you. Who was it?
His name is Matt. And I wouldn't say that you guys necessarily dated, but you did meet one evening and go back to his place and mess around a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I met him.
Yeah. Yep, we know that. So we talked to Matt a little bit after we got his email, and he told us sort of how you guys met, but he's confused why you're not calling him back. He asked us to get you on the phone and find out. That way he knows if he did something wrong.
So he asked you, or whatever. He reached out to find out.
Yes. And as we tell everybody who does these things, they're fully prepared to hear anything that you have to say.
Really?
I'll tell you what he thinks it is, okay? And then you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. He thinks it's because his place wasn't ready, like, and he had boxes everywhere, and he said that he didn't have his trash set up, so there was beer cans, and so he feels like you might have thought his place was gross.
I mean, well, he did look like kind of extra homeless in there. Like,
So is that it?
I mean, no. I mean, I understand he was moving. You know.
What's up?
But, I mean, it was dirty. I get it.
Okay.
No.
Sounds like everything was fine, and you guys had chemistry and liked each other.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we did up to a certain point.
What are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? It sounds like you think something is funny.
I have to know.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I'm excited to hear this.
So we're there at his place, kind of having a little, make-out situation happening, and he just stops, just abruptly just stops. And I'm looking because I'm trying to figure out, what happened? Did something fall? Or, what's wrong? and he says, he says, hold on, I want to make it all nice for you.
Huh?
And I'm totally confused because I'm like, what, is he going to go make up a bed somewhere? No, this guy says, I want to make it all nice for you, and starts pointing down.
What?
What is? Like he wants to put a bow on it?
I was just like, it was just so weird. And so he just hops up and like jogs into the bathroom. And I'm sitting there waiting, like, so I hear clippers and stuff.
Oh, he's manscaping. All right.
Oh my gosh.
So he stopped your makeout session to get up and go trim his area.
Edges.
Yeah.
I guess so. He didn't come out with a new haircut, so I guess so.
What did you say to him when he came out of the bathroom?
I just said, oh, look at that. It's late. I got to go to bed.
I don't blame you.
I've never.
I
That's
do not
interesting.
blame you.
I've never been in the situation where I'm making out with someone and been like. I mean, I've been where I'm like, oh man, I'm not the best down there right now, but I've never thought this is the appropriate time for me to stop and then go manscape right now. Yeah, or you keep it quiet.
Here's the thing, though. Not when she's, like, in the waiting room. Like, she's
Yeah,
there.
that's true. Did he actually say the words, let me make it nice for you before he did it?
Yeah.
That's amazing. I wonder if he's tried that before and it's worked.
Oh, God.
I'd love to ask him that. Kelly, aren't you curious?
No, not really.
That's too bad because he's actually on the other line listening right now.
Are you kidding me?
Wow. Like, that's really why?
I'm sorry. I mean, but that was really weird. I mean, who says that?
It's not that weird. What's wrong with me making sure I'm good for you? I'm looking out for you. I did it for you.
Oh.
Well, not when I'm standing there ready to go.
I just figured you would appreciate that. I mean, do you like it messy?
In the future, when you're making out with a girl, don't stop her to go get your manscape off.
I normally take care of it, but I've been so busy with moving.
I hate that when I'm busy with other things and then don't have time to manscape. Why not just tough it out at that point and go, all right, this girl, we're going to do stuff. It's not the best right now, but just go ahead and power through.
Jubal, if that's how you think, you obviously don't get many girls.
Or no, you know, maybe you're right. I just, hey, if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
No, I was moving. I didn't even expect to meet a girl, and Kelly shows up just ready to go.
But, I mean, Matt, think about it. If the tables were turned and Kelly said, just wait a minute, and you heard a razor go in 5 minutes, like...
I would appreciate that.
Yeah, and you know what, Matt? I actually really would, too. Honestly, I really would. Yeah, if a girl was like, hang on, I'm going to go take care of some things, and I'll be back. As a guy, I would think that would be great.
Yes.
See, that's what I mean. I was just trying to be respectful. Kelly, maybe the timing wasn't the best, but you got to admit, it was a nice gesture. And if you think about it, it's kind of thoughtful.
It really actually is.
It's like flowers, really.
He comes back out, shows her. She's like, oh,
Yeah, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
And it's in the shape of a heart.
Oh, my God. Oh,
my God. I'm not that talented.
I mean, you guys wanted me to be honest.
Yeah,
so
no.
I just figured I would tell you what happened.
Thank you very much for being honest. It's an amazing story. I would like to ask if you will go on a second date with Matt, though. I will pay for it.
He'll be ready.
Yeah, he'll try.
Guys, don't forget to like and follow boy.
Everything is done. I manscaped and my apartment is clean.
Oh, my God.
There you go, Kelly. You heard
Welcome
that.
in,
You heard
music.
that. He's all ready to go. His apartment is clean. Everything is clean.
Oh, gross.
Oh, my God. I can't even believe I'm about to say this, but okay.
You'll do it? You'll go out with him again.
I will give him one more chance.
Honestly, I'm excited. I think we have a connection.
Hey, we've already had too much information here, Matt. I don't need to know all that, okay? What'd you like about her?
Just she had great eyes, you know, the kind of just like
Ethan is on the phone with us right now. He wants to call Callie. Apparently, they met in a language class.
Ooh.
What's up, Ethan? How are you?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. What sort of language were you learning when you met Callie?
Spanish.
Ooh.
Nice.
Callie is caliente. No? Get it? She's hot? All right. I don't know if they got to that chapter yet.
I wasn't a good student.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's like, I don't even know what that means. So you met this girl in your language class. What'd you like about her?
Just she had great eyes, you know, that kind of just like draw you in. She had a real kind of kind spirit too. Like she seemed like she was real just sweet.
Did it take you back to high school where you tried to position yourself next to her at the start of every class?
There was a weird disconnect where I was like back in this kind of awkward high school-esque crush.
Yeah.
You're like walking in there, finding someone who's weaker than you, shoving them over and stealing their seat just to show her that you can dominate somebody else.
It was nice. I put some weight on since high school, so I was actually able to be a bully.
Yeah, you're bullying people, stealing people's lunch money. Did you try to impress her with your language skills in the
Of course, man.
You know, the play I was kind of making was the sort of lost boyish type thing. I mean, because I was actually not good at the Spanish.
Right.
So I was trying to, you know, like cozy up to her for some notes maybe or
tutoring sessions.
Something along those lines. Just anything to kind of get to talk to her.
When you asked her out, did you ask her out in English or Spanish? I'm hoping it was Spanish.
That would have been really smooth.
I'm hoping
she's like, you want me to take my pants off right now, you pervert? No. I meant will you go out with me? So she obviously agreed to go out with you. What happened on your date?
We basically agreed to go hang out on the weekend, spend some time together, and then when I get to her house, she comes to the door looking adorable, as she is, and she says, hey, I'm playing video games with a friend. Do you just want to come in here and chill with us for a bit?
And your first thought is like, oh, yeah, I'll come hang out with you and your friend. Right?
Wait.
Couple of girls playing video games.
Actually, to be honest, my first initial thought was like, oh, I thought it was just going to be us today, you know, but like, this is fine. And then my head definitely went to where your head just went. Like, I was like, oh, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, this date suddenly got really good right off the bat.
I'm guessing video games was not code word for anything.
No. Video games was not a code word for like sex or menage. It was more just like, hey, let's have video games with this dude.
Yeah.
There it is.
So there was some guy at her house that she's playing video games with. She invited you in to play video games with him.
Right. So even if it is a three-way, it's like the worst kind.
Who was he?
What's up, Jaden?
She's calling him her friend.
No first name, just my friend?
Well, no, his name was David.
Oh, okay.
But she's just really casual with him, and they're just kind of sitting there, kind of like it's like a Saturday morning. Like, you know, I like video games. It's fun. So we played for a while, and then she's like, we should go bowling. And so I'm like, okay, her and I are going to have some time together. You know, I can do the whole, like, oh, I'll show you how to throw the ball thing. And he just comes out and gets in my car.
What? So you spent your whole first date with her and another guy.
Yeah, and I drove us to the bowling alley, and on top of that, I paid for the rentals of the shoes and the pizza.
You paid for him, too?
Wow.
Yeah, I paid for both of them. I paid for the entire day.
So you took
They sucker you into that.
You took a couple out on a date, is what it sounds like.
So nice of you, Ethan.
Yeah. At any moment during your date with
What's up,
both
Chewy?
of them, did you feel like maybe they were actually hoping that it could lead to some sort of menage between you guys?
Oh,
like maybe
God.
they are a couple and they were trying to have you join in the fun.
I definitely had this paranoid thought in my head the whole time, like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to sleep with him to sleep with her.
And did it end that way?
It did not end that way.
Oh,
Basically, I was like, she kind of at some abrupt point, she was just like, let's just go home. And I was like, okay. And she's like, yeah, do you mind dropping us off?
Jeez.
So I definitely dropped him back off at her place with her, and then I left.
And you actually want another date with her?
I kind of just want to find out what's going on.
Yeah.
Because I really, she's cute and she seems great. And class is over now, so I'm not going to really have the opportunity to run into her anymore, you know? So I just kind of like to figure out what she's at.
It's more,
on this.
it's more like an unsolved mystery of who this guy was.
Yeah.
Kind of a Robert Stack situation, yeah.
And it wasn't a roommate. We know that for sure.
She never really said, and I honestly was a little too bashful to kind of just come right out and be like, hey, guys, what's the situation here?
Yeah.
And maybe in hindsight, I should have been way more upfront.
All right. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, get your second date update, maybe find out who this mystery man is that you shared a lovely evening with. All right. We'll play a song, come back, and get your second date update, okay?
All right.
Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Just heard about one of the strangest first date experiences ever from Ethan, who's on the phone, about to do a second date update right now. And I've been trying to put myself in his situation. He met up with a girl at her house. When he showed up, there was another guy there. They were playing video games. She invited him in to play video games with them. They played video games for a while, and she finally said, let's go bowling. And he thought, sweet. Now we get to leave and go bowling so I can spend time with this girl by myself. Her friend came along with them. He spent the entire evening hanging out with her and another dude, even paid for everything. So he basically took a couple on a date. Ethan, I was trying to figure out, I was like, if I was in your situation, what would I do?
So Rolf.
Part of me wants to think that I would be like, this is ridiculous, I'm leaving. But I think I would have done the same thing you did. I'd be so confused by it that I would just stay and ride the whole evening out.
Just see what happens?
Trying to figure out what the situation is. I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, it's like a series of little things that lead you to the next situation, and before too long, you've spent all evening.
Yeah, and the whole time you're sitting there like, okay, should I just leave this? But I can't leave because she might like me, and this might be like her buddy, but then it kind of seems like she likes a dude. And oh, by the way, I'm paying for everything. This is kind of bull.
Yeah, I got you. I was just looking at your stuff literally right
I don't
now.
know. I think I would have stayed the whole time too. So we're about to call
Getting ready to reply.
Callie and find out who the dude is, first of all, because I want to really know who that is.
And if Jubal's theory is right, and maybe they were looking for a really good time with you, are you still down?
If I can get in first and then just find an excuse to leave.
Yeah, you'll do a three-way with them as long as you can be
What's
first
up, Rob?
and leave before the thing is over. All right. Yeah, that's what I said too. I was like, maybe they're a swinger couple, and she invited you over hoping that would lead to something, and then you weren't picking up on cues.
I mean, I've never encountered that particular situation before, so I don't know that I would know the cues. I hope not.
All right, I'm gonna dial this phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out who this mystery man is.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Callie, please?
This is she.
Callie, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning? Morning radio show?
I know the name.
You've heard the name before?
No, I know your name. I know who you are.
Okay, sweet. Well,
why are you calling me? What's going on?
I'm calling you because you recently went out with one of our listeners. You went out with a guy named Ethan a little while ago. Do you remember meeting Ethan in your language class?
No. Yeah. I mean, we didn't go out, but yeah.
Okay, so you didn't go out on a date with Ethan?
No, not yet. I think he's cute.
You do, but you want to go out on a date with Ethan.
We'll see. Wait, so he called you?
He emailed us, actually, and he told us all about your date. Well, he told us all about hanging out with you. And it was kind of an odd little hangout session because he was thinking it was a date. Obviously, from your response, it wasn't a date. Everybody, though, wants to know who the dude was that was there hanging out.
Yeah, it wasn't a date, and that was one of my best friends. It's my friend David.
Oh,
So there's nothing between you and David?
No, he's been one of my best friends for like 5 years.
Really?
So when he asked you to hang out, you just thought it was just for fun and that you guys were hanging out and your best friend could hang out too?
Yeah, no, he just asked if we could hang out, so I invited him over. So he came over and hung out with us, and then we all went bowling, and I mean, they hung out, they were cool, which was good. I mean, that's really important.
Yeah, totally.
So you're not a swinger?
And there's that.
No, why?
Oh, man. Callie, that was my theory, was that the dude was over there on purpose, and you were hoping that he and Ethan could get to know each other very well with you. No?
Wait, who said that?
I said that.
Oh, okay.
And I'm wrong? You're not a swinger?
No, I'm definitely not a swinger, but I know some if you want me to give him your number.
All right, well, maybe we can talk later, Callie. Not right now. But you can see why I would ask the question, though. It's kind of weird when a guy says, hey, let's hang out, and you're like, sure, come over, and then you come over, and there's another dude there who continues to follow you throughout the night. He pays for everything. It's like
Follow me, like that's my friend. We invited Ethan to come out with it. I don't understand what's going on right now. Like this call is weird.
Well, but Ethan thought it was. Well, I understand the call is weird. Thank you, by the way, for staying on the phone with us and not hanging up. I appreciate that. But Ethan thought he was going.
You guys are cool. I'm just trying to get a handle on what's going on.
Well, Ethan thought you were going on a date.
And Ethan thought he was really clear that it was obvious he was interested in you.
No, I know he's interested in me. It is obvious, but I just
Oh,
met the
Dan,
guy,
welcome in.
so obviously I'm just going to get to know him. It's important to be friends first. Like, I'm not just going to go date some random guy.
Yeah, you should tell Ethan that. That's what I think.
I haven't talked to him. I mean, I guess I
Oh.
will when I see him. He hasn't called.
Callie, why don't we change the fact that you haven't talked to him? Because he's actually on the other line right now.
What?
Hola. Hey, Callie, how's it going?
I'm not sure right now. Like,
I just was a little I could not figure out what you were thinking because when I asked you if you wanted to hang out, and I know I should have said date, but I thought your response was like you were interested in me, and I show up, and then there's this guy there, David, who's like, I guess he's a nice guy, but I don't know, and mainly the fact that I had to pay for everything is like so.
wait a second. Why
annoying
does
to
this
me.
keep up about you having to pay for stuff? Like, you offered to pay. Did I tell you to pay?
No. You were busy bowling and eating nachos and shoes that someone else, rented. It's just
You're being weird. Like, if you wanted to know what I was thinking, why didn't you just ask me? I actually was interested in you, but you totally just ruined it.
I know you think that I'm being a weirdo, but if being a weirdo can save me about, $40 to $50 every time I see you, I guess that's good.
Wow.
You're so cheap.
Hey, Callie?
I don't even know what to say right now because I was interested in you, and now you're just being immature.
Well, I guess since I'm immature, it's okay for me to go ahead and say that you're being a gold-digging
Wow, this deteriorated fast, didn't it?
I'm sorry that $40 is a lot of money for you. Like, if it was, you shouldn't have offered to pay. Like, it's in such bad taste to then, like, come back later and talk about something that you paid for. It's
But
pathetic.
Callie, I feel like you used Ethan to take you and your friend out for a good time.
I don't think
It's what it sounds like to me.
No.
If you let him
You're
pay
not
for
listening.
everything.
I actually
What's up,
was
Shelf?
interested
Welcome
in
in.
him.
Okay.
What's up, your
Before they
mothers?
call.
Did you ever
The mother's
offer to
account?
pay at all, or did he just go the whole time? Was Ethan like, "Oh, I'll take care of it. It's cool. I'm a cool guy. I'm Ethan. I'll just pay."
I don't know. My grandma taught me right. I don't ever pay for anything when I'm with men. Like, that's
All right. Okay, but that's just the way you were raised and how you do things. You don't pay for stuff.
No, and I wouldn't expect to pay for anything if we ever went out on a first date, which will now never happen.
But I mean, Callie, like David might be your friend, but it's not Ethan's friend, so he shouldn't have to
Why
pay.
is he paying for him?
Yeah,
I don't know, Ethan.
What's up, Gray?
Why did you pay for everything?
because they just sat there with their hands out.
All right, at this point, I would like to see if you two crazy kids would go out on a second date or a first date, whatever. Callie, it will comfort you to know that I will pay for it.
Yeah.
Will you go out with Ethan again?
Hey, I have a lot more friends. If you want, to pay for a party, I'm all for it.
I can pay for a party with you and your friends, so is that a no? You're not interested in going out with Ethan again?
Oh, yeah, big
not at
chillin'.
all.
I know
I'm
that's
sorry,
right.
I don't mean to joke, but it's really
Got
funny
to,
now.
man. Enjoy
That's
yourself.
fine.
Relax.
So you don't want to go out
chill.
with her, Ethan?
No, I can't. I can't afford it.
What about her friend Dave? Why is this guy getting screwed out of another date? Ethan, you want to go out with Dave again?
No, it's over. Me and David are a thing of the past.
This is the saddest second date update I've ever heard. I liked you guys together.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Find select styles starting at just $4.99 during Ashley's spring savings event. Plus,
Eh.
pay no interest for 5 years. This gorgeous 7-piece sectional, now less than $100.
Now less than $100, guys.
Weekend together?
Yes,
Yeah.
actually.
I had one of those a little while ago. I was out with this girl, and then randomly, she was at my house, and somehow her tires got slashed while she was there. Somebody stole the battery in her car. She couldn't find her wallet. Just things kept happening. Had to wait till Monday to get her car fixed. Spent the whole weekend together. It was fabulous. Just a fabulous time.
You just get creepier and creepier, don't you?
That's what happened to Anna, who is on the phone to do a second date update today. She wants to call a guy named Chris. Apparently, their date went so well that they just spent the whole weekend together, and it was magical. Hey, Anna, how are you?
I'm good, guys. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Thank you for your email.
Oh, definitely.
So tell us a little bit about Chris.
Chris is this amazing guy. I met him online, and I know that's kind of like not very serious, but
it can be serious. You see those commercials where they're like, everybody who meets on here gets married for life. I don't think it's not a not serious thing anymore, unless where'd you meet him?
Plenty of Fish.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that is one of the not so serious sites. Yeah. You need to be on the ones where you actually pay money to join up.
Hey, it worked out for her, though. What did you like about him when you saw him?
Thank you, Brooke.
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, it didn't really work out for you because he's not calling you back, is he?
Technicalities, okay?
He's just a little rough around the edges, but he's one of those guys with a complete heart of gold.
How do you know that already?
Where the
So
fuck is
generous.
my
The time we
shit
spent
at?
together, I mean, it was literally
What's up, Ham?
the best date I have ever been on.
That's
okay,
cute.
so tell us a little bit about it.
He planned out this phenomenal dinner. I'm talking like 9 different entrees, and everything was just really planned out and expensive. I can only imagine.
Does he make a lot of money?
I don't know, but
Honestly, bro, dude,
So you guys
that's a question you gotta ask God
fancy
because
restaurants and stuff.
the tutorial's 8 hours long,
thing after
and
thing. So
fucking,
we ate, and then he took us for
it's had like 3
a
updates since it's
helicopter ride.
dropped. It was unplayable when it came out,
Awesome.
It was amazing.
Did you know all of this going into the date?
and
or
it's
was
low
this
key,
surprise?
kind of
I mean,
still a
we
little
talked online
unplayable.
for a while before he took me out, and he'd been planning it this entire time we were talking.
Oh, so you knew you were going for dinner and a helicopter ride.
Yeah, he planned all this other stuff.
Wait, there's
Wow.
more than just a helicopter ride and a 9-course meal?
In my opinion, that's all you really need to do. I mean, you need to do half that, and most girls would be ecstatic.
You buy
What
me a
else did
drink
this-
and I'm good.
What else did this
Yeah,
guy plan?
fucking.
Gifts and flowers, and it was like 7 different dates combined into one amazing weekend.
Yeah, wait for it to go on sale, bro. It ain't worth.
For a guy that
It
you
ain't worth
just needed.
fucking whatever the
It
fuck they're
wasn't
asking
too much
for it.
me.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be.
I
too much for
pre-ordered it.
anybody. If some girl were to offer me to go on a helicopter ride and all these gifts and everything else, absolutely. Some dude were. I don't care. Anybody. Just shower me with gifts. No wonder you're upset you're not hearing back from him.
I know. Then we had this really weird text exchange.
So you have
Fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, but barely.
My
What did he
fucking
say?
heels at. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I texted him thanking him for such a great time, and he said he had a busy work week and he couldn't really talk. So
Okay, well, if the guy's got that kind of dough that he's dropping on helicopters and 17,000 course meals, he's probably a pretty busy guy.
Yeah. Let him work.
Yeah. Let Dada work so he can take you on another helicopter ride.
I know, and I get it. I know that he is completely busy, but I texted him, and he said that he was busy about 4 or 5 different times. And I said to him, I said, are we ever going to go out again? He said, no. I mean, I don't think so. Like,
what?
Do you feel like maybe you were blowing him up too much? Because if he was like, I'm busy, hey.
I really didn't think so. I mean, it was maybe like once or twice a week.
He's the one that seems too eager in this situation, if you ask me, planning an entire weekend together.
Right.
Did you guys hook up that weekend? I mean, I'm hoping you did with all those gifts and things like that.
How Souls sound like? Yeah. I've heard that a lot. I never played Dark Souls, but I have heard that. Welcome in Eternal Raven.
He did that before, and now he's like, all right, I got that out of the way.
But he doesn't need
I don't
to
know.
that
I don't know.
extent if he
I
just
never
wants to hook up with a girl. Like,
never played it,
Depends how
but
attractive he
yeah, the game's intense. There's a lot of controls, bro. Like a lot. Fucking.
He had a
I
heart
mean,
goal. Yeah, definitely.
and you gotta really fucking pay attention too. You gotta read everything. And whenever you finish a mission and something pops up, dude, gotta read it. I appreciate the light, Gray.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Gotta read it, man. What's up, Daniel? Welcome in. But yeah, gotta read it. You don't read it. I actually restarted the game one time because I didn't read something, and once you don't read it, dude, it's
Why?
It's fucking impossible to figure it out.
This guy
Almost.
took you out.
I know it
for
sounds
like
fun.
a fabulous fancy dinner, helicopter
What's
ride
up,
around
Lou?
the city, spent the whole weekend
Welcome in.
spoiling you. I don't want you to get a second date, so I can date him. That's why. Sounds like a fabulous date to me. If you're just tuning in for the second date update, Anna did exactly that. She went out with a guy who just spoiled her for the whole weekend. And they texted a little bit after. He said he was really busy. And then she finally was like, when are we going to hang out? And then he said it's not going to work out. And she wants to find out why. So we're about to call him right now. Any last thoughts before we dial the phone number, Anna?
No, I'm just really curious.
And how did you guys leave the weekend again?
In each other's arms. I mean, I thought we had a really good time.
All right, well, I'm going to dial the phone number right now, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update, okay?
Awesome.
Here we go.
All right.
Hello?
Can I speak to Chris, please?
Yes, he.
Chris, how are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
What?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning. How's it going?
It's going good. Well,
I just wanted to talk to you about something if you got a minute.
this is one of your prank phone calls, and
No.
Stopping it right at the
Yeah,
gate.
it is not a prank phone call. You actually went out on a date recently with one of our listeners, and they emailed us to call you.
okay.
Her name is Anna.
Hmm.
You remember going out with Anna?
Yeah, I went out with that crazy chick, man.
You you went out with that crazy chick?
Yeah, she crazy. She bad crazy.
Really?
That yeah.
Wow, just out the gate like that, you're going to call her crazy. I haven't even really had a chance to talk to you about the date at all. Can you tell us a little bit more about why you think she's crazy?
I mean, she's bad crazy. I don't know what else you need to know.
Yeah, it pretty much says it all right there, but can you tell us why at least? Because look, she enjoyed your date, obviously, man. You took her out to dinner, helicopter rides, all that.
Oh, she told you about that?
Yeah.
I mean, the date was the so of course you liked it.
Yeah, it sounds like you know how to plan a pretty nice date, Chris.
I mean, when you're into somebody, you go all out, I guess. I mean, I do it. So.
Why would you spend an entire weekend and that much money with a girl if you thought that she was crazy?
I mean, that's how I treat women that I'm interested in. Maybe somebody doesn't treat you like that, but they should.
Okay.
Well, I actually agree with you, but
So you were interested in her, but now you think she's crazy.
Oh, that's again.
Okay.
I use the word that.
Batshit crazy. Why is that? Did something happen after your date, or was it during your date that you decided that? And your date lasted a whole weekend, so I'm guessing it was after.
She would text me, and I would tell her I'm busy.
Okay.
And then she one day showed up in front of my doorstep.
What?
What's up, Alan Wallace?
She
Welcome
showed
in,
up.
man. Welcome
She's
in.
not from here. She's not
Gotta
from
drop
here.
the whole
Right?
government if you come in
One
with the
day
whole
she shows
government,
up
man.
on my property,
I'll lie to you, bro.
in my front door, talking
What's
about,
up,
hey,
Dev?
I moved in here. What the are you talking about?
Whoa.
Slow
So
down.
she's not. When you say she's not from here, she's from where?
From far away, where they make crazy.
Does that have a specific city?
She's from like 4 states away. That's how we met online.
She's from out of state.
Yeah, so she shows up. It's not like she went down the street. She jumped on a plane and then came
Yeah,
to
crap.
my front door and stood there. It was like, hey, I like you so much, I want to move here now.
What?
Like, what the are you talking about?
Chris, I need to get some clarification because I'm kind of confused now. When we talked to her, she didn't say she was from somewhere else. How did you guys go out on a date? Did you fly her out here for the date or something?
Yeah, I flew her out. So we talked, and I was like, all right, I like her. I'm going to fly her out here, and we'll have a great weekend. And that's why we had a whole weekend plan because, I knew that I only had limited time with this, and she lives so far away.
That makes sense. When we talked to her about it, she left all that out. She just said, we spent the weekend together, and he took me on this fabulous date. You had no choice but to spend the weekend with her.
Yeah, but also insane people leave out facts. You know what I mean?
Did you?
True. Crazy people tend to leave out facts.
But you enjoyed the weekend with her.
I mean, listen, the weekend, it was fine. I got what I wanted, so it was cool. You know what I mean? But, like, she's bad.
Yeah, if you fly a girl out from another state to hang out with you for the weekend, it's usually kind of a hookup thing. Is that what you were going for?
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
But you didn't.
And she had been cool about it. It could have happened again. but she wasn't cool about it.
Yeah, I guess all that other stuff is just beside the big point, though, that she showed up on your doorstep.
On my doorstep. Start talking about, I don't like the people I'm around. I don't like my surroundings. Maybe that doesn't like you.
Are you sure? Are you sure you didn't give her mixed messages? Because I'm sorry, if a guy flies me to another state, takes me on a helicopter ride, pays for all this fancy stuff, gives me gifts, I'm thinking that he is like interested in a long-term relationship, not for a hookup weekend.
Listen, I get your point, all right? But look, I told her I was busy 5 different times and 5 different text messages, and she still shows up at my doorstep.
Yeah, from states away.
Yeah.
So she flew here.
I don't know if she flew, if she hiked. I don't know. I don't know.
She could have hiked. Who knows?
Yeah, crazy.
All right.
Yeah, and I never want to talk to her again.
All right.
I might move. She can't find me.
One of those things is going to be a problem, Chris, because she's actually on the other line listening.
Oh, y'all on bullshit, man.
No. Hey, no bullshit, Chris.
Oh, shut the up, man. You are with me right now.
Chris, in your case, I kind of wish I was, but I'm not. Anna is actually on the phone.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, crazy. I don't want to talk to you. At all. At all.
Listen, Chris, I moved out here because I like it here, not just for you. So get over yourself.
Moved?
None of that sounds believable. None of it.
Anna, why didn't you tell us that you were from out of state and that you moved here for this dude?
I didn't think it was that big of a deal, and I didn't move out here for him.
Okay.
He's flattering himself right now.
And you know, that could be true. Like, give her the benefit of the doubt here. It could not be all about you, Chris.
It's not a coincidence.
Okay. If it's not all about me, name 3 things right now besides me you moved out there for. Go. Go.
Okay, listen, I love the area. I don't like where I was living.
I spent a whole weekend in Haiti. I'm not moving to Haiti.
You're being a real ass, Chris.
Okay. Oh, and you showed up at my doorstep, so it wasn't like you went. Oh, I want to breathe the fresh air of this new place. You came to my doorstep.
I thought I was checking in on you. I mean, you're busy. You're busy all the time after we had such a great weekend. Like, what the?
You're checking in on me? I am not a baby. I'm a grown-ass man. A busy-ass man. 5 texts are busy. And you don't show up on a grown adult's doorstep checking in on me after 1 weekend together, man. That's crazy.
I just don't get you. I don't get you at all.
Good. You're not supposed to get me. I don't want you to get me. I want to be not gotten forever.
Oh, my God. Anna, did he, like, say something to make you think that he was looking for more than just, like, a weekend hookup?
I honestly thought what we had, Chris, was something more than that. But apparently I'm just your booty call. You don't fly somebody out for a weekend after we've been talking for months and then expect me to feel like the crazy person?
Listen, I've talked to plenty of girls for months online. I don't see any of them moving and showing up in my doorstep because they love the area, okay?
Maybe I am crazy for feeling like we had a connection, but you're just being an ass.
All right, well, I hope you take that and you learn not to like me, ever. All right? You learn not to stalk the next guy so you can actually stay with him for a little while.
Oh, my God.
I would love to ask you guys at this point, would you like to go out on a second date? Chris, would you like to go out with Anna again? We'll pay for it.
No, but you can pay for a restraining order, all right?
Anna, you still there?
Yeah.
Would you like to go out on a second date with Chris?
Yes.
I know.
Oh, my God.
Well, Chris, I appreciate your time, man. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right, be safe.
Uh,
Anna, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm not crazy. He's literally just being an ass.
Okay, cool. Well, welcome to the area. It's nice to have you. One of our fine residents.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
And I met him online.
I love cougars because the first.
Her name is Patty. What's up, Patty?
Hi.
Hey.
Whoa, Patty, are you excited about that intro?
That was a really good intro.
Okay, so you embrace all of this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, tell us about the cub that's run away from you and that you need to track down. What's his name?
His name's Martin. He's in his early 20s. and I met him online.
I love cougars because the first thing they always bring up is age.
Yeah.
What's your guys' age?
What's up, Shaggy McFly? Welcome in, brother.
Well, I will say roughly that I'm over 10 years
Welcome
older than
in,
them.
welcome in, welcome in.
Significantly so. I'm not going to be specific.
So did
because
you
it'll
play
leave
Dark
no
Soul, Gray?
All right, so you met him online, and what did you guys do when you met up?
Well, we met up at a bar, and I mean, it was really cute. He was carded because I was next to him. I was carded too. I'm normally not. So I thought that was adorable. And yeah, he was just like, he was this cute little cub. And we talked about like, going to the gym and stuff. We joked around because I don't know. I thought it was hilarious because I think it's ridiculous when people get on the elliptical and put on like the lowest level. And then they look like they're flying on the elliptical because they're not actually supposed to.
Yeah, they're just going super fast.
Yeah, it looks so stupid. And we just like laughed about gym stuff. And we found out that we actually go to the same gym.
Okay, wait, though. Can we rewind just a second? It sounds like you were turned on that he was carded because he looked so young. Like, how young do you like your men?
I mean, legal.
Yeah.
That's always a good thing.
I just is like, do you guys have things in common? Like, besides the gym, did you find other common ground?
I mean, yeah, like absolutely. We both like having fun. We like to
Both like having fun.
I mean, like, zip lining, bungee jumping, stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
definitely like the fun stuff, going on, vacation. And
All right, so you're pretty interested in him.
yeah, absolutely. He's a lot of fun. He's really funny. He was really, really cute.
And he was cool with your age difference?
Yeah. I mean, he did know that I was older going into it, but, he was a little bit reluctant. I mean, he was a little shy and maybe a little nervous. But, I made him feel at home, made the cub feel comfortable.
Well, it doesn't sound like you made him feel comfortable enough because now he's not calling you back.
Well, touche. I mean, we did talk about kids. He asked me if I had any kids, and I told him I didn't, and I wasn't interested in having them. I don't know, maybe that might have been too early to have that conversation, and maybe that made it a little awkward.
Or maybe he's looking for a partner and he's not just looking for a fun night out. I mean, maybe a partner that wants to have kids with him. I'm sorry. You can have partners without kids, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think that's totally legitimate. I do, but he's so young.
Right.
Did you talk to him that way too? I'm sure you're so young. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what you want, do you?
You don't know what you want. Well, I try to keep it fun. I try to keep it simple because, sure, you might be looking for Miss Forever and settling down and whatever. But I mean, like, you haven't found her yet, which means that you're single till then, and we could have fun in the meantime.
Okay.
And I could teach him a lot. I mean, I have experience. I mean, I'd be a great teacher.
Oh, you mean like teach him in the bed? Okay.
Hey.
Oh, I mean, I can teach him in any room.
Not just the bedroom. Okay. That's awesome. I like you, Patty. All right, well, how did everything end with you and Martin?
Well, after like the bar and everything, he walked me to my car, and I thought that he was having a great time, especially because like right then we started making out, and it was
you
hot.
did?
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's good.
Yeah,
It was passionate. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And like I kind of was like, hey, well then why don't you just like
What's up,
come
Dr.
over,
Juice?
you can check out my place. And
J
we
Juice.
can,
Juice.
start our first lesson.
Did you say that?
No, but I was just like thinking about
Okay.
like young guys are so inexperienced, and I can help them out with that.
So what did he say to that? Did he go back to your place?
Well, no, he actually kind of got a little bit more nervous, and I just don't think that he was ready because he was just like, but this is our first date. And I was like, well, it's really not that big of a deal because I want to establish what I want this to be immediately.
Right.
Which is fine.
What's up,
And
Crash
that's
Life?
what I like. That's what I think any guy would like, especially no strings attached, no pressure. So we had another date set, and he canceled like a couple hours before. And I kind of feel frustrated because I just don't think he realizes the benefits of like, dating a cougar.
Yeah. And there's the teaching. There's the teaching that you can do.
There's definitely the teaching.
All right. Well,
Definitely the teaching.
we will play a song and then we'll come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to today's second date update. As the regal cougar waits in the midst
young doe to come lapping at the lake so she can pounce on him and make him her love slave.
Wow.
I'm talking, of course, about Patty, who's on the phone. She's a cougar, and apparently she went out with a cub the other day, but this dude is now not calling her back. They went out to a bar. They had fun, some drinks, everything else. She actually invited him back to her place at the end of the night, and he said no, but they did schedule another date, but he canceled shortly before, and now he's not getting back to her. She thinks that he might be scared because she can teach him all sorts of new things that he might not be ready to learn yet. All right. Patty, you ready to get him on the phone?
Yep.
And have you had timid students before, Patty?
Yeah, absolutely. Usually I can get them pretty comfortable pretty fast if they give me a chance.
Okay. And so you're not going to be heartbroken if he doesn't want to go out with you. You just want a shot.
Well, I think he's kind of special. Definitely stands out from the other pubs I've gone out with.
Okay.
So I mean, I would really like to have an opportunity to spend more time with him. So I mean, I would be disappointed, maybe a little hurt if it didn't work out, but we'll see.
Okay.
All
Well,
right.
we'll call him right now and then see if we can get you another date. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, man. Speak to
What's
Martin,
up, Trey?
This is Martin.
Hey, Martin. What's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, can you guys take me off your list? I'm sorry, I get these calls all the time.
No, I don't think you get these calls all the time. Martin? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's not a telemarketing call.
Oh, okay. Who are you guys with?
Brook and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, I'm doing good.
So anyway, got a survey. I got a survey. Wonder if you can take that real quick for us.
He's kidding. Martin, he's kidding. Don't hang up.
Okay.
Martin, the reason we're calling is because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. And you went out with somebody who listens to our show recently.
What?
Her name is Patty.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, and Patty told us a little bit about your date. She said that she liked you a lot, but apparently you canceled on her before you guys were supposed to go out again, and now you're not really getting back to her.
What? Okay.
Is that not true?
I mean, yeah, that did happen, yes.
Do you were you planning on getting back to Patty and rescheduling and actually going out with her?
I mean, to be honest, no, not really.
Was there like a specific reason, or do you just not feel it?
I mean,
Welcome back, Crash
this
Life.
is really weird. Sorry. I mean, it's kind of a personal thing, to be honest. Like, I don't even think she'd really want me to share with you guys, so.
Well, I can understand that, but she also asked us to make this phone call, and we tell everybody who does one of these second date updates that they have to be prepared to hear whatever it is the person on the other line says. So,
Yeah.
do you mind telling us? Because she's just confused.
Oh, she asked you guys? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she wants you to share whatever you think she doesn't want you to share. She wants you to share that.
Well, all right. Well, okay. She's like a little older. I don't know if you guys know, like how much you guys know, but
yeah, she's very proud that she's a cougar.
She's over 10 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so she's kind of giving you a little. Well, yeah, and I'm frankly just kind of worried she won't be able to keep up. If you know what I mean.
like on a hike? What do you mean?
Well, no, not a hike. Maybe a hike too, but just like every day, kind of in general. Maybe some bedroom stuff. You know how. So.
What? Wait, hold up. How old is Patty? Do you think that she's like 75?
Elderly?
I mean, I know she's a lot older than me, and I'm in my early 20s. So there's a big difference between, pace, energy, and all that stuff.
Right.
So.
Okay, so you just think that you're too young for her because she won't be able to keep up with you.
Exactly, yeah, for sure.
So
have you dated any women that are older than you before?
Yeah, I have, and that's actually how I know. It didn't work out for that reason, and she said, everything would be fine, and she was so excited about it and everything, and it's just like, it's kind of terrible how that happened, and so I don't want that to happen again with her.
So wait, you dated a woman that just got too tired in bed?
things were really great for the first 2 weeks, but then after that, he just kind of started falling off, and things were less frequent and less energetic, less enthusiastic.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Martin, I have a feeling that Patty's going to disagree with you, but we should just ask her about that because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Hi, Martin.
Are you freaking kidding
How you
me
doing,
right now?
hon? Surprise.
Yeah, so this is all
Hey.
just set up, I guess, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
That's cool.
pretty much.
Well, you weren't getting back to me, so I did kind of want to find out. And like, I get your concern, but this is something I can definitely put. You can put your fears aside, sir. Between my like Pilates, yoga, and weightlifting, it wasn't too long ago that I could still hang on to the ceiling fan. So I don't think that you have any.
There you go, Martin.
I can't keep up with Patty.
I'm telling you, I'm in the best shape I've been in my entire life. I could outperform myself in my 20s, 30s easily today.
Girl.
What do you have to say to that, Martin?
All right, but like you say this now, you say you're gonna have a ton of energy now, and like everything's gonna go great. But I mean, the reality is you're not in your early 20s anymore, and that's exactly what happened with my ex. And so I just don't want that to happen again. And that's what she said. She made all these promises and everything, and it just wasn't great. So
I mean, I don't know what crotchety old lady that you used to date, but I'm not.
What's up, Rosie?
Okay.
Yeah, and that ceiling fan, though, Martin.
Yeah.
That ceiling fan comment does nothing for you?
I mean, okay, yeah, it did for sure. But I mean, she's just like my ex. She's talking a big game. Like, it's just talk, and there was no. And I'm just really skeptical that she can back that up.
I have a feeling it's a challenge that she's ready for.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that I'm definitely ready for, but maybe this is something that you're not ready for. Maybe this isn't about me. Maybe you're putting it all on me and you're actually, I don't know, intimidated or threatened.
Yeah, what are you, chicken, Marty? You scared, Marty?
Okay, so this is like classic. You're trying to spin this around on me as if I'm not the energetic one and I'm not ready for what you have to handle. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
It does, though. It does, though. If you've slept with a guy who's in his early 20s and if you've slept with a guy that's a little bit older than that, it does make sense.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, experience makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and a lot of guys can be very easily threatened by having to do more than just lay there. So, I mean, if that's something that you're into, then maybe we're not going to work out.
What the hell, Patty? Like, I can absolutely bring the power. Like,
Bring the power?
I mean, this is like another one of your manipulative ways. I know that you're just trying to get me riled up. Of course, I have the energy in me, but it is kind of, insulting.
Well, I mean,
that
remains to be seen.
Yeah,
There is no proof.
all you're saying is words, Marty.
Yeah.
Where's the power?
What if you're just like her ex, okay, that couldn't bring it?
What are y'all talking about? Like, all she's saying are just words. Like, I can actually prove it.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Martin, how about you prove it? Would you like to go out on a second date with Patty? We will pay for it.
All right, here's the deal. Patty, so you're saying that if we do this, 2 weeks come, like, you're going to, like, the fire's going to still go, and you're not going to be worn out after a while.
Hey, I mean, as long as you bring the tinder, I've got the gasoline.
Oh, my God. Dude, is this a second date update or like Brooke and Jubal's like brothel experience? Like, I feel like we're pimps right now.
I could have hooked up with her the first night when we hung out, and I didn't. And that was because I got the sense that she was a little, slower, I guess, older maybe. And I don't know. So if you're gonna talk a big game like that, and you're ready to bring the fire, and you're actually giving this a fight. You actually called this radio station to get a hold of me. So sure, yeah, let's make this work.
Okay, sweetie. Well, that's awesome. We'll meet up. Just make sure that you bring the Gatorade so that you can keep your strength up, okay?
Make sure get those electrolytes in, Martin.
I feel like it needs an energy bar.
Yeah, it's a successful second date update. Cool. Congratulations, both you guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Wow.
I don't know what that was, Patty, but all I know is I'm going to go take a cold shower now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592. Well, lots of texts in that kind of say the same thing. If Patty ends up getting tired of Martin, they'd be willing to take it for a test run. If you missed today's second date update,
Patty, she calls herself a cougar, and she's proud of it. She wanted to call Martin, a dude who's a lot younger than her, because he wasn't calling back after they went out on a date. We got him on the phone, and the reason that he wasn't calling her back was because he felt that he was too young and she couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
And not like he walks faster than her, like she couldn't keep up in the bedroom.
Yeah.
And then she made a lot of comments about how he can't keep up in the bedroom.
She basically like patted on him. She basically patted him on the head and said, "That's cute, honey."
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's sweet.
I feel like it was reverse psychology on both of them. It's like, no, I'm crazy. No, I'm crazy in bed. Oh, you want to find out?
Yeah, whatever is going to happen is not going to be safe because both of them are going to be trying to prove a point. So good job for those guys because we haven't had a couple actually go out for a second date in a while. We've had a lot of people turn each other down, but
it's going to be steamy.
They are. They're getting together
Are
for
we
a
really
second
going
date.
to pay for a dinner on this one? Because I don't even know that they need that.
Yeah.
Hospital bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll pay for the hospital bills after one of them sprains an ankle for sure. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you.
Well, I thought I was going into this building for a job interview, but I'm yanking on the...
Everybody points and makes fun of the idiot who can't read how to open the door correctly.
Wow, and all you wanted was a latte.
We've all learned that lesson in life. And so has Luke, who's on the phone for a second date right now. He actually met the girl that he wants to call today because he couldn't figure out how to open a door.
No, Luke.
That's right.
What's up, Luke?
What up?
Were you crying outside of a Starbucks like Jubal said?
Pretty close. Pretty close.
Oh, man. Really? So she must go after the smart guys, is what you're saying.
Well, I wasn't smarter than the door that day, but at least I was able to meet a girl out of it.
There you go.
So how does that work?
Well, I thought I was going into this building for a job interview, but I'm yanking on the door and the damn thing won't open.
I can still hear the frustration in your voice.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
So I'm about to give up, and this beautiful girl on the other side of the door asked me if she can help me, and I'm like, yeah, can you punch a code or something to let me in? I'm late for my interview. She pushes the door open and says, there's no code, just open the door properly.
So you were supposed to just pull on the door and you were pushing on it for how long?
It must have been 30 seconds at least. So she comes over, she opens the door for me, kind of laugh about it, and it was an opportunity to strike up a conversation.
All right.
And I assume that went well because you eventually went out with this girl.
That's right. Yeah, she, well, you know what? She pointed me to the direction of the elevator, which was nice. And
she pressed the button for you, too? Like, here, let me show you how this works.
I could figure that part out.
How did you go from her opening the door for you to eventually going on a date with her?
So our conversation went from the door to the fact that she actually works at the business I was trying to get a job at. So I kind of asked
Another
her
thing that's
for
weird is to
a
jump.
little bit of advice.
To jump
talk
is
to,
square.
Schmooze, and I really
What's up,
felt
Keyshawn?
like we had a connection, and she was hooking me up, so I wanted to hook her up. I asked her out for a drink.
Right there before your interview.
Yeah, I did, man. I mean,
Wow.
she was hot and helpful and sweet. You know, I had to ask her out for a drink.
Okay, and she obviously said yes, which is awesome.
Yeah, she did. We got to go out on a date, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Well, what'd you do?
We went out to a bar and we had a few drinks, listened to some music.
Okay, I would call that a date. You said that's if you want to call it a date, I would definitely call that a date.
Yeah. I don't know what else it would be.
Yeah, when it I'll call it it was a date. I mean, it was a hot date.
Wow.
So you went out for drinks, listened to some music. How was everything with her? Was it a good time? Do you think she enjoyed herself?
Well, judging by the smile on her face and a little bit of the way she brushed up against me a couple of times, I do think she enjoyed herself.
Dude,
And you guys,
good sign.
you guys were able to talk about stuff other than the company that she works for, right?
Oh, yeah. We talked about all kinds of things. Talked about her hobbies, what she likes to do. My ears are open, and you have to take what someone says, and then you have to adjust and use that to your advantage, especially when you're talking about interpersonal relationships, female, male.
I know you started this whole situation meeting her when you were going in for a job interview, but that sounds like a really good interview answer.
Yeah. I'm ready to hire him.
Yeah.
Or date him.
Well, I was cued in, so I got the job, actually.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, you got a date and a job out of one interview. Nice work, man.
Exactly, but that's the problem. During the date, I told her that I got it, and she kind of got a little bit cold on me.
What?
Really?
I don't know if I took a position that she might have been gunning for or something, but I think that she didn't want to mix business with pleasure, I suppose.
Wow.
Dude, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
So how did everything end?
At the end of the night, I got a little bit of nookie from her, a little bit of kiss.
Wait, that's
kiss,
not
okay.
nookie. That is, we need to redefine nookie, sir.
Well, there was some wetness on her lips.
What?
So
No. Oh my God.
look, she licked her lips before she kissed me. I'm telling you, I
Okay.
tasted it.
All right.
Just by that description alone, I wouldn't call you back.
And how long has it been since you've heard from her after you shared that wet kiss?
It's been 5 days now.
Okay.
And I mean, I've called her like 3 times and I've texted her about 5 times. I don't know. I'm going to have to work with this girl. And I need to smooth it out before we start. If she's not going to be down with me sexually or whatever, that's fine. But we need to like get along because I need this gig.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's like I thought you were so normal, and in 2 seconds you changed my entire opinion.
We will play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date. And then we'll find which way she's down with you, okay?
That sounds good.
All right. Hang on. If you're just joining us for today's second date, Luke is on the phone, and today he wants to call a girl that he shared a sloppy, wet kiss with. That's how he described the kiss at the end of the date. He actually met her because he was going into an office to interview for a job, and she was in the lobby when he was trying to open the door, and I guess he couldn't get the door open, so she helped him. They struck up a conversation, and he asked her to drinks. They went out for drinks, said they had a good time, ended with that sloppy kiss. But now she's not calling him back, and he thinks it might be because he actually got the job in that office, and maybe she doesn't want to date a coworker.
Could it also be because you're a bad kisser?
Well,
Sorry. Just the description.
we didn't get our lips moving that much, to be honest. It was wet, but it wasn't. She didn't stick her tongue, out for me.
Yeah, but no, I'm just telling you, out of all
She
the
licked
female
her lips. It was
conversations,
wet.
all the female conversations I've ever had, no girl has ever said, "Wow, it was such a good kiss. It was so wet."
Well, she made it wet. I mean, that's where it was. I just went in, and that's how.
Okay.
Way it felt.
So it was a sloppy kiss with no tongue. That sounds.
No one's ever complained about the way I've kissed them before, so she didn't this time, and maybe it'll happen, but it hasn't yet.
Well, she hasn't complained yet. We don't have her on the phone to find out, do we?
Well, maybe we can ask her. That'd be one place to start.
That's what I
I'd
think.
like to know if my lips are working properly.
That's what I think we should do, Luke. What I'm trying to get to is that I'm going to dial her phone number and see if we can get her on the phone and get your second date, okay? Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right. Here we go.
This is Antoinette.
Hi, Antoinette. How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
I'm sorry, what?
This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
How can I help you?
Well, I actually wanted to talk to you because one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Are you sure you have the right number?
I think so. Yeah, this was the number that I was given. Your name's Antoinette, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. Then I definitely have the right number because you recently went out on a date with a guy who listens to our show, and you haven't been calling him back. So he emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out if he did something wrong.
What?
I know, it's really weird, huh?
Is this a joke?
No, it's not. It's a segment we do on our show called The Second Date. So I'm calling today about a guy that you went on a date with. His name is Luke.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you're talking about. I haven't gone out with anybody named Luke.
What?
You haven't gone out with anybody named Luke?
I've been married for like 3 years. I haven't gone out with anybody.
What?
You've been married for 3 years.
Yes, I'm very happily married.
Did you?
By any chance, are you married to a guy named Luke?
No.
Did you
No, I think I would know.
Did you go out to drinks with a guy named Luke and you didn't realize it was a date, maybe?
No.
Do you know any Luke?
I have zero clue what you guys are talking about. Can you be more clear?
Yeah, sure. I bet you'd appreciate that, and probably your husband, too. Wow. We got an email from a guy named Luke who said that he went out with you. He said that he met you when he was at your office applying for a job. He had a job interview. He said he was in the lobby trying to open the door but couldn't get the door open right, and you helped him out. And then you guys
Is that?
Oh, no. Okay.
So wait, that part happened?
Yeah, that part did happen. I think I just realized who you're talking about.
Okay, so you do know a Luke.
I met a Luke a couple days ago. He came in for a job interview.
Okay. Did you go out for drinks with him later on?
Absolutely not. No, I was interviewing him for a position at our company.
Wait, you were the one doing the interview?
Yes.
I'm so confused.
He said that he just met you at that office and struck up a conversation. You guys went to drinks, had fun, even kissed at the end of the night, and now you're not calling him back.
He said we kissed?
Yeah, he said that you guys kissed and everything seemed to be going great, and he was surprised that you didn't want to go on another date with him.
Oh my God.
He even went into like graphic detail about the kiss, about how it was wet and you licked your lips.
Jesus okay, look.
So wait, you didn't kiss him?
No, there is no way. No, absolutely not. Let me just tell you what actually happened, because this is bizarre. Okay, I'm tired of hearing all this stuff. Okay, look, this young man, Luke, came in for a job interview, brought him into my office, sat down, interviewed. We went over his resume. He was kind of fidgety. He was kind of acting a little strange. And I sent him on his way. And in the last couple of days, I've been getting flooded with emails, phone calls, messages asking about the job.
Oh my gosh. So you didn't even hire him?
No, he has not been hired.
He told us differently.
What was he like in the job interview?
He was just kind of all over the place. You know, he just wasn't an ideal candidate. I don't know. He was acting strange. Maybe he was stoned.
Stoned? Come on.
What is happening?
That is Luke. He was actually on the other line listening to this conversation and wants to talk to you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I finally found a way to get you on the phone, Antoinette.
Weird. So you were just using us?
Okay, Luke.
Hi.
I've already told you haven't been selected for the next round of interviews. I sent the letter out several days ago. I'm sure you received it by now.
What is going on?
Yeah, I got your email, and that's why I've been emailing you a bunch of times. You won't even email me back once. Like, you give me one email, and that's it? Just a dismissal? Outright dismissal?
So wait, Luke, you lied to us about your date and everything just to ask her about a job.
Yeah, it's a lie. Sure, call it a lie.
Well,
you guys
Luke, that's what you did. That is the definition of a lie. You told an untruth to get on the air with us and ask her about a job.
Yeah, I had to tell you a story so that you guys would actually pick me and use me on the air.
I will applaud you. Good story.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good story.
I can't hate on you necessarily for getting over on the show. It just, couldn't you have thought of a better way to do it than to just lie to us?
Listen, I did what I had to do, man. Sorry that I had to lie about it. But you know what, Antoinette, we wouldn't even be on the phone right now if you would have just given me the job that I deserve.
Oh my God, crazy.
You know, I'm sure that you did prepare Luke, but unfortunately, you're just not a good match for our firm.
That's bullshit. All right, I'm the best candidate for that job, and I know it.
Excuse me, Luke. No, you're acting extremely unprofessional right now.
I'm unprofessional. You are unprofessional. I deserve answers. Why? Why am I not getting this job? I've been putting in all this effort.
Luke,
I need
like I said, we found a more qualified candidate.
There's nobody more qualified than me. I saw everyone coming out of that building. Look at my resume and see all the experience that I have.
You know, I looked at your resume, Luke, and I'm the one calling the shots. This is not how you go about getting a job.
You sure? Getting a radio station to call you and ask you about a fake date is not the best way to get a job, Antoinette?
Yeah, look at all the trouble I went to get these people to contact you. You are unreachable.
Luke, and if I ever had any thought about
reconsidering you for this job, you have absolutely lost that opportunity.
If I'm not qualified to be the face of your company, I don't know who is. I stood outside of that office for 3 hours, and I watched every single candidate come out of there, and not one of them is as qualified as me.
You stood outside the office building for 3 hours?
Yes, because I do my research. And you know what? It shows that I care.
Oh my gosh, Luke, I mean, I get that it can be frustrating to be out of work and looking for a new gig, but this is not the way to do it, man.
Well, I can't catch a break. Damn it.
I'm sorry, Luke, but I think you need to be a little more level-headed when interviewing for a job.
I've got other work to do. Can I please get back to my actual job?
In 1 second, I will let you do that, Antoinette, and I appreciate you telling us what happened. But I do have to ask you, would you like to go out on a second date with Luke? Or a date with Luke?
You're freaking kidding me, right?
Well, I got to ask the question. It is a second date. I know it turned into a crazy job applicant trying to use us to get at the person who wouldn't hire him, but would you like to go out with Luke?
At least give me a shot at an internship or something. You know, I feel like I've proven myself.
You've proven how crazy you are, Luke. Okay, look, I wish you well. Okay, good luck in the job search, but there's no job for you here.
You know what? I am going to get a job eventually. And when I do, I'm going to make sure it's in the same field, and I'm going to take down your entire business. You won't have a job.
Wow.
I have a place to go to work.
Yeah, okay. You get a job at another mailroom somewhere and take our mailroom down.